Alright? Just thinking about Hitler. Hitler and how fucking devious and manipulative he was. He was an extreme opportunist. And he would use words to trick people, to fool people, and to tap into people's consciousness. The name of his party, I mean, obviously shortened, it was the Nazi Party, but it was actually the National Socialist German Workers' Party. That was its full name. And if you look at those words, National Socialist, well, that's an oxymoron for starters. You can't have socialism in one country. Nationalism and socialism are opposites. It's illogical. It's an oxymoron. But Hitler used those words together deliberately because he wanted to appeal to the maximum number of people. He wanted to appeal to people whose ideas were based around nationalism, and he wanted to pull as many people towards nationalism from the socialist movement as he could. So he was trying to trick left-wing minded people into supporting extreme right-wing views. National Socialism. And then again with the German Workers' Party. German being national and workers being socialist. So he's using those words. National Socialism, right-wing, left-wing. German workers, right-wing, left-wing. He's trying to fucking cross over the classes, you know, cross beyond class boundaries into all classes, and trying to pull as many people towards fascism as he can. Now, that was Hitler in the 1930s, 20s and 30s. And he pulled it off in the end. Not because of his trickery alone. There was other stuff going on, which I'll not go into because it's quite complex. But I want to keep this about words and how words are used by right-wing opportunists. And look at Nigel Farage and how he does a similar thing. His latest party is called Reform UK. Well, what's Reform? You've got UK, that's the nationalist side, that's the right-wing element, but Reform traditionally is a left-wing thing. Reformism is a left-wing thing. It's the attempt to reform Parliament, the economy, society, to the benefit of the working class majority. Reformism. Now Farage has took that word, reform, which has always been about being beneficial for the working class, and he's put it in an extreme right-wing party's name. Reform UK. So you've got left-wing and right-wing in the name. He's trying to maximise his support, just like Hitler. He's trying to win people from the traditional Labour side, the working class movement, and he's obviously appealing to the far right and the right-wingers, Tories. He's a clever man, Farage. He's a very devious, manipulative arsehole, just like Hitler. But he's managing to fool people, just like Hitler, with his words, with the way he uses words. Reform UK. National Socialism. Fucking hell. German Workers' Party. It's all trickery. Fucking trickery. Politics is a very fucking devious game, man. But we've got to understand these political leaders. I mean, the most honest political leader there's been in the last fucking few generations was Jeremy Corbyn. But look how the media used headlines and words to destroy his reputation. Oh, he was a terrorist sympathiser. He was an anti-Semite. Yes. He loved the IRA and all this. All bollocks. All bollocks. But propaganda is powerful, man. Propaganda is powerful. It plays tricks on the minds of the gullible. And there's a lot of gullible people out there, man. Because they're not educated politically. They've had no political education. So they're ripe for bullshit. Bullshit. And, fucking hell. Some of them have such massive egos that it doesn't matter how much rationale you throw at them. It doesn't matter how many facts. They'll not have it. They'll not have it. They're convinced in their delusions. Heads brimming full of fucking right-wing propaganda. And they're too blind to see that they're being used. Used against their own kind. Used against their own class. By the enemy. By the class enemy. Fucking hell. Nigel Farage is the class enemy. He's not working class. He's not one of us. He doesn't want the same things that the working class need. He's the opposite of that. He hates us. He's on the side of the super rich and he wants to make the super rich even richer at our expense. But he'll fool a lot of people with words because a lot of people just don't fucking understand politics and can't see past the lies and manipulations of Nigel Farage. Anyway, yeah, just another little video on my way home from work. See you in the next one. Gesundheit.